Good day. In today's video, we will be discussing Asian regionalism. Intended learning outcomes. Number 1, explain what Asian regionalism is and its purpose. 2, undermine the rationale behind the creation of such regional organization. 3, understood the current issues, problems, as well as a prospect for future Asian regionalism. 4, equip students with the 21st century learning and develop higher order thinking skills that will lead towards a deeper understanding of Asian regionalism as well as articulate the stance how it impacts the Philippines, the Filipino society, and the individual self as a part of a global community. Now I'd like you to watch the video. Alright, so let's try to answer the following question. What is the meaning of the video? It's all about teamwork leading to cooperation, and of course, cooperation leading to regionalism. So regionalism is our topic for today. So let us give the definition of regionalism. So again, what is regionalism? It is the manifestation or expression of a common sense of cultural identity and purpose combined with the creation and implementation of institutions that expresses a particular identity and shape collective action within a geographical region. Next, what is Asian regionalism? It is a product of economic interaction of Asian economies, in particular focused on exporting to developed country markets rather than selling to each other. What is economic regionalism? It can be viewed as a conscious attempt to manage the opportunities and constraints created by the dramatic increase in international economic ties to foster economic growth and prosperity among its members. Alright, so example, you have free trade, customs union, common markets, economic unions. So let's have an activity. Actually, this activity uh, was done during our live session. But for the benefit of discussion, we'll try to read the or repeat the instruction of the activity. Divide the class into 6 groups. Each group will be given the topic, and the topics are as follows. Number 1 is ASEAN, Association of Southeast Asian Nations. Number 2, APEC, Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation. Number 3, APT, Asian Plus 3. Number 4, East Asia Summit. Number 5, APC, Asia Pacific Community. Number 6, East Asian Community. Alright, so what will you do? The groups will be given 15 minutes to complete the table, and the table is presented in your screen. Alright, so you have to look into the aims and purpose of the assigned topic to your group. So you will be given the opportunity to access the internet, and after consolidating the group's answer, a representative will discuss the findings in the class. So after presenting all your work, so let's just try to analyze and answer the following questions. Number one, what are the benefits of creating a regional identity for Asia? Number one, having a good identity or having an identity is or will give recognition to Asia that it is not only a poor region, but also it is a progressive and a promising region. Not all countries in Asia are poor. So, in fact, if you will try to analyze, it's only 30% of the total economies of the world based on the presentation of the Asian Development Bank during their presentation, I think, in way back 2018. So it's a small portion of the world's economy, but its impact is of great importance. So next, how do Asian regionalism helps Asia during the 1997-1998 Asian financial crisis? Now, during the financial crisis on in 1997 and 1998, Asian countries realized the importance of one another, the importance of having a regional organization, because during this particular time of crisis, uh, the established regional organization before this Asian financial crisis uh, extended their help to those countries in Asia that were heavily affected by the Asian financial crisis in a form of loans. They grant loans to those countries whose economies are really into a challenge or really into a bankruptcy, really into challenge. Now, what were the efforts of ASEAN in dealing with the issue of the West Philippine Sea? Now, the efforts of the ASEAN, they try to commit bilateral talks to uh, the parties that are involved with the issue with regards to West Philippine Sea. But the problem with ASEAN, they cannot really enforce or discipline those offending countries uh, that are uh, offending our country, particularly the Philippines. So it cannot enforce law. That's the problem with ASEAN. It cannot enforce law. It cannot enforce sanction because it has no military. And uh, the laws or the aims of ASEAN is aims and purpose is very limited with regards to this kind of issues. Cite one issue that ASEAN organization cannot solve. Well, example, the two Chinas. Until now, ASEAN cannot solve the problem of having two Chinas. The People's Republic of China, which was established by Mao Zedong, that embraces the communist ideals. And of course, you have Taiwan, which was established by Dr. Sun Yat-sen, and they embrace the ideals of democracy. And also, you have the two Koreas, North and South Korea. North embracing the ideas of communism, and South embracing the idea of democracy. So until now, they cannot really, the ASEAN cannot really solve these issues. So with that, class dismissed.